Should you still be experiencing morning erections? And how often are they supposed to happen? I'm Dr. Luna, a specialist in urology and pelvic surgery. Let's start with the basics. Why do men even wake up with an erection in the first place? Surprisingly, it's not mainly due to sexual dreams or erotic thoughts. Morning erections are a natural part of male biology. They're known as nocturnal penile tumescence, and they mainly occur during one particular sleep phase, REM sleep, which is also when most dreaming happens. And because REM sleep tends to occur more often in the early morning hours, that's usually when men wake up with an erection, either as they open their eyes or right after coming out of REM sleep. Most of you probably remember that during your teenage years, or if you're a teen watching this, waking up with morning wood was practically an everyday thing. But what's considered normal once you're no longer a teenager? Interestingly, this has been researched for decades. One of the earliest major studies was done back in 1975. Researchers brought 125 healthy males, ages 3 to 75, into a sleep laboratory. They monitored them using equipment that measured brain activity, eye motion, and changes in penile size throughout the night. Each participant slept in the lab for 3 full nights, and to make sure the results were accurate, the researchers focused heavily on the middle night's data. Only individuals without sleep disorders, erectile issues, or medications that could affect sexual function were included. With this approach, they established what's considered normal for healthy males without underlying health problems. From early childhood, around ages 3 to 9, nighttime erections are already happening consistently. As boys approach puberty and move into adolescence, these erections become extremely frequent and last longer. In fact, during the early teen years, the average erection episode during REM sleep lasts about 40 minutes. When you calculate how often these occur, roughly 40% of total sleep time in early adolescence is spent in some state of erection. After puberty, though, the total erection time at night gradually decreases and stabilizes to around 20% of sleep time. That's roughly an hour and a half per night, with each episode lasting about 30 minutes on average. So the typical healthy male experiences about 3 to 5 erection episodes throughout the night. Now, you might assume this is because REM sleep reduces with age. Surprisingly, that's not the case. REM sleep remains fairly stable after the teenage years, with most adults getting around 100 minutes of REM sleep every night. A more recent study explored how these nighttime erections change with age, using a precise device designed to measure nocturnal penile tumescence. In this study, 40 sexually active, healthy men ages 20 to 60 participated. None had sexual dysfunction, sleep issues, or used medications that might influence sexual performance. Each man spent a night in a hospital room where their erections were recorded using the device. Even in this updated study, researchers found that nighttime erections occur across all age groups, no matter how old the participants were. What did change was the degree of blood flow involved. Men in their 20s had an average blood flow increase of about 268% above baseline, while men around age 50 showed an increase of around 200%. So the blood flow remained strong, though slightly reduced with age. However, the number of erections and the duration of each episode stayed almost exactly the same. On average, participants had just under 4 erections per night, about 3.78, and the longest-lasting one averaged 31 minutes. Other studies since the 1970s have confirmed these findings in healthy males. So what does all of this mean? Simply put, you should continue having nighttime erections and morning erections well into your older years. They will naturally be most frequent and longest during adolescence, but they don't suddenly disappear with age. However, if you find that you never wake up with an erection anymore or rarely notice erections at night, it's worth paying attention. This can happen for several reasons. Nighttime erections depend on good blood flow, proper hormone levels, and a healthy nervous system. If these erections start disappearing, it could be a sign that something in your overall health needs attention. You may begin to notice that your erections during sexual activity aren't as strong, or you might see other possible signs of low testosterone. In fact, low testosterone is often associated with fewer nighttime erections. For some men, losing morning erections is one of the earliest signs that testosterone levels are dropping. So if you're noticing these changes, I recommend starting by checking your testosterone levels since they are closely linked to nocturnal erections. Beyond hormones, evaluate your lifestyle because improving blood flow and optimizing overall health can make a huge difference. This includes maintaining a healthy weight, exercising consistently, with both strength training and cardio, every week to support blood circulation and hormone balance. You should also make sure you're managing stress well and getting quality sleep. All of these habits support better blood flow, healthier sexual function, and overall well-being. Bottom line, morning erections are an important signal. They act as a biological marker of your general health. If they're fading, it's your body's way of alerting you that something might be off. By paying attention early, you can often catch problems long before erectile dysfunction or other issues develop. Think of them as your internal check engine light. When they change, your body is telling you something. If you're enjoying this type of content, you'll probably appreciate my newsletter. Every week, I include a men's urology section and a women's urology section, where I break down new research relevant to both. I also answer one subscriber question each week and share updates about what's happening on my end. If you'd like to stay updated, sign up. It's completely free. And as always, take care of yourself. You truly are worth the effort.